Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights, presented by My24.
From In-Pro Field in Muskego, it's the 10th anniversary season of Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights, a crossover matchup between the Classic 8 and the Greater Metro Conference. It's the Muskego Warriors hosting the Marquette Hilltoppers. Along with Hall of Fame football coach Terry Kelly, John Weiser with you in the booth tonight as we get set for our first game of the season, our 10th anniversary season.
Much different weather from the last time they met. It was about 19 degrees, wind chill. 24-21 victory from Muskego as they moved on to the championship game and also won that 24-21.
Terry, you and I have been here for all 10 years of this, and I don't remember a more highly anticipated season opener than this one between these two teams.
5 o'clock when we arrived, crowd was pouring in. They've got a real community celebration going on, the marching band ready to roll. Should be an outstanding event for everyone.
Everybody knows Muskego. They like to run the ball, the double wing. We'll see a lot of that tonight. And Marquette trying to find some offense there up front.
Right. Marquette's in the flip situation of Muskego. They've only got one other starting offensive lineman back. Muskego's got 4 of the 5, and if you count the 2 tight ends, they have 6 of 7. So they anticipate being able to run the ball and run it well.
Let's talk about our players to watch tonight. We'll start first with Muskego, the 2 bookends on the offensive line.
Both first-team all-conference performers last year, Jacob Lashinsky and Ethan Joke, 2 very bright young men, 2 very big and strong young men.
The offense does not run without those 2.
No, they do a great job.
On defense, you've got another all-state player at the defensive back.
Hunter Waller, regarded as not only one of the best defensive backs in the state of Wisconsin, but nationally, and joined by linebacker Brian Gruen. He'll be a senior this year. He's Brian Gruen Jr. He was the heart and soul of their defense last year.
For Marquette, we start with their offense, where a couple of players we're looking at tonight.
Yeah, Sean Timmis is that returning lineman, getting a lot of looks from colleges, and tight end Jake Novotny, 6'5" target, excellent hands.
On the defensive side, that's going to be the strength, I think, for the Hilltoppers this year, led by a pair of senior linebackers.
Both of them were all conference last year. Riley Nowakowski, tremendous speed besides size. Vinny Nigro, a real nose for the ball.
Time now to move to our keys to the ball game tonight. Coach, how do you have it lined up?
Well, as always with the Ken Krause team, they're going to carry out their fakes. They do that extremely well. Downfield blocking, they get to that second level. They all block, and they want to negate any explosive plays Marquette might have.
On the other side for the Hilltoppers tonight.
Now, the big question is the play of both of Marquette's lines, relatively inexperienced. Coach Maz feels they have to score at least 3 times. They've got to keep Muskego behind the chains. They can't let them get that 6-7 yards on that first down. It opens up the playbook too much for the Warriors.
Should be an interesting battle here tonight. As we mentioned, crossover game, non-conference matchup. The Greater Metro against the Classic 8. Always a pair of tough conferences in southeast Wisconsin. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have more of our pregame from In-Pro Field right after this. Back at In-Pro Field, Muskego, Wisconsin tonight. Our 10th anniversary season of Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights with Terry Kelly, John Weiser. And Coach, we attended practice this week. We were also at the scrimmages last Friday. What did you take away from both sets of scrimmages?
Both teams are playing rather close to the vest. You didn't see Muskego in all of its usual formations, but what you were able to tell is they want to run the ball. They do it behind tremendous line play and excellent, excellent fakes. And they were making that go for them. Marquette, on the other hand, brand new quarterback coming in, graduated an outstanding running back, Dalen Brown-Williams, so they're trying to feel their way, see what's going to develop. But, we were able to see Marquette's defense play pretty well. They were scrimmaging against Muskego and Homestead. Muskego, on the other hand, was going against Sun Prairie, Brookfield Central, held very well. They did some real good work. I believe Cedarburg was the other team in that group.
Our third member of our broadcast group, as he's been each and every of the last 10 seasons, is Mike McGivern. He's down on the sideline.
Hey guys, boy, we're going to hold off on the coaches, but I think we'll probably not have the coaches' interviews today. Terry Kelly, I want to talk to you a little bit about this. I feel like, in fact, Coach Mads just showed up. Coach, how are you? Hey, when you start your first season with the team that you played, or your season with the team that you played last, and it was a heck of a game, you got a lot of tape on them, and there's a little revenge factor. You boys ready for this?
Yeah, they are. We're right exactly where we want to be, and I know they feel the same way. It's two very good teams, two very good programs. It's a great way to start the season off.
Hey, Coach, you guys have always kind of been the hunted. Muskego is starting now. They are certainly the hunted this year, and I'm wondering your feeling on these kids, and not, the expectations are really high in the community, not only the Marquette community, but Muskego community. What would your advice be to that program as far as being able to just be the hunted and taken and certainly play with that?
Well, certainly you got to ignore the target on your back, and you got to keep a hunter's mentality, and that's what we're going to do tonight as well.
Hey, Mads, thank you very much. Good luck tonight. Good to see you.
Thank you.
You bet. Hey, boys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Mike. Yeah, and I think the expectations are with Marquette. This is their chance to really redeem themselves. What was a close ball game last year.
Right, and I'm sure, one of the things that sometimes happens, you get a little too keyed up for this first game. You got to remember, you've got 8 games after this, and both teams need to take from this game some lessons that can be applied to improvement.
We'll have the kickoff for you and more coming back to Impro Field in Muskego right after this. Heiser Automotive Group, Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Welcome back to Impro Field, Muskego High School, Muskego, as we get set for our Thursday Night Lights, our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights 10th anniversary season about to kick off here this evening. Quite a crowd here tonight. School is not in session, but the visiting bleachers are jam-packed, the home bleachers full. Youth football night tonight, and a great touch tonight. They got the youth team to run out with the Muskego, the state champions.
Right, I mean, unbelievable crowd for, this opening game.
Outstanding. And we want to give a shout out to Paul Pearden and the folks at the Gridiron board members that provided food for our crew here tonight, and from Maddie's Bar and Bulski Building and Remodeling. We want to thank them very much for their hospitality here tonight.
Very welcoming, a wonderful spread of food, real excitement.
Well, the Marine Corps color guard has made its way to the middle of the field along with the Muskego High School Marching Band. Time now for our national anthem. The Muskego High School Marching Band. We'll see a little bit of them tonight. We saw them practicing before the game here tonight. We're going to see their halftime routine this evening out here at Impro Field. A gorgeous night for football here in southeast Wisconsin to kick off this season. Mother Nature cooperated with all that heat and humidity for the last couple of weeks. We've got temperatures in the 60s tonight. We'll drop into the mid-50s before our ball game is over this evening.
Yeah, and both of these teams are two platoon teams, obviously, and so that break with the weather just enhances how well these young men are going to be able to play this night.
Again, a reminder, we're streaming live on my24milwaukee.com tonight, so you can catch all of the action on your computer as well as at home on your TV. And also a reminder that this season, our Thursday Night Lights telecast will be replayed on Friday evenings at 7 o'clock on My24. Marquette High School won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. Muskego will receive in the all-black uniforms, the black helmet, black jerseys, black pants. Marquette in the all-white unis tonight.
Right. Hopefully we're not going to be in trouble spotting numbers as we look out at these two teams. And, we know both teams really geared up for this game. They really were looking forward to it.
Muskego going 14-0 last season. Challenged really in 3 ball games. It was the CMH game against Catholic Memorial. It came down to a final touchdown by a Memorial with 3 seconds left and a 2-point conversion. They held them out of the end zone, and that spurred them on the rest of the season to go undefeated in the Classic 8.
And Marquette had marched through its season undefeated until they met Muskego in the semifinals at 24-21 score.
Michael Mitchell, senior kicker, second team all-conference a season ago, tees it up at the 40-yard line. Alex Current and Hunter Wooler back to receive.
Got outstanding running back, outstanding defensive back.
So the 10th anniversary season of Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights set to begin. Mitchell. Current from the 1-yard line. Up the middle across the 20 and tripped up near the 23-yard line. Donoronsky able to get in there for Marquette with the trip-up tackle there. They'll spot him just shy of the 25-yard line for the Muskego Warriors.
Be interesting to see what formation Muskego comes out in. Are they going to go to their typical double wing set? When they were in the scrimmage, they played very vanilla. We'll see how fans watch. Lots of movement, lots of fakes. Watch for the pulling linemen.
Ryan Harrison and Eric Straszewski are the tight ends. Alex Current, Josh Polsky, and Andrew Lier in the backfield. Connor Groman at quarterback. And they will open in single wing 2-receiver look. They will shift. Go back to the double wing. Across the middle, out to the 31-yard line.
Quarterback Connor
Groman
hands off to number 8.
able to give it to Bolsky. Bolsky, the junior, 5'10", 180 pounds. Appeared in 3 ball games last season.
On the 31 of the Warriors.
2nd and 4 for Muskego at their own 31-yard line. Current lined up in a wing here to the near side. Drags the tight end in motion. He will get the call. There's Current out across the 35, out to the 37-yard line. Should be enough for the first down. Nigro and Nowakowski there defensively for Marquette, but it is a Gruber Law Office's first down for Muskego.
I know in talking with defensive coordinator Keith Listinsky, he said they have to make sure they get their good fits on the gaps that open up with this offense that the Warriors run.
Again, this quarter, first downs brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. 1 call, that's all. 1st and 10 from the 38. Again, cuts to the line of scrimmage. Good team tackling there by Marquette. Able to stop him short. That was Lier, Andrew Lier on the carry. Ambrosini was in on the stop, the junior nose tackle.
You know, one of the problems preparing for a team like Muskego is your scout team cannot run this offense as well as they can. So you have to get adjusted to the speed.
2nd and 8 from the 40. Bolski, and he's met in the hole and brought down. First contact made on the inside that time by Nigro. Vinny Nigro, All-State. He was Player of the Year and All-Conference in the Great Metro Conference a year ago.
Hard-working kid, extremely strong in school. One of the captains of this year's team for Marquette.
Well, Marquette, can they make a stop here? 3rd and 6, the Warriors from their own 42. Current lined up in a wing here to the near side. Goes in motion. They'll roll Groman, the quarterback. He'll swing it out, completes the pass to Current, and second effort may have gotten the first down. The first contact made back there by Brandon On, the junior cornerback. Let's see where they mark him out. Just shy of the 48-yard line. Looks like it's going to be 4th and inches here.
Muskego look like they're going for it.
Absolutely, Ken Krause.
No hesitation there.
Get a look at him, 131 and 95 in his mark here at Muskego. 4th and inches, and we got time stopped here, a timeout taken by Muskego. Just over 9 minutes to go here in this first quarter. First possession here for the Warriors.
Timeout taken by Muskego.
You look back on the 2018 season for Muskego, they rushed for almost 4,800 yards on the ground, averaging, you know, a fantastic 8.2 yards per carry for a season. So they have tremendous confidence in their running game. But Ken's kind of indicated he's not going to be afraid to pass this year either. They think Connor Groman, they think he is a very capable passer.
Let's head down to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, I'm here with Cassandra Franklin. Hey, thank you so much. She told me to get, she wanted to be on the right for her better side. Please trust me. Thank you. Thank you so much for sponsoring the Thursday Night Lights. Tell me, it's a good place for you guys. A lot of high school kids do certainly need what you guys have.
Yes, definitely. I mean, we definitely serve more than just the high school age, but we just want to be able to be here and be able to show that we support our community and support these kids, because that's what we're here for.
How long have you been with Bubon?
8 years.
8 years. You want to say hi to the kids real quick?
I do. Hi, Layla. Hi, Jace. I love you guys, and we're just so glad to be here. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you so much for sponsoring this. It's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Boys, back to you.
Thank you, Mike. They opt to punt here on 4th down from midfield. McQuaid able to take the ball down to the 23-yard line where he was tackled by Caden Lowen. So Marquette, their first look on offense tonight. And again, the question will be up front for the Hilltoppers this season. Almost a brand new offensive line.
Right, and I think on further review, Coach Krause said, okay, let's not take a gamble here, give them field position. We're going to try to tilt the field a little bit in our favor. They know Marquette's offense is relatively inexperienced, so let's see if we can pin them back, get the ball back, and even better field position.
Matt McDivitt, the senior quarterback, 6'3", 185. He will lead the team out there, one of the team captains this season. You will have Alonzo Silva in the backfield. And the low snap goes through the feet of McDivitt, able to scramble to his right, dump it off, open man, makes the catch. That's Novotny out across the 35 out to the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 13 and a first down. Hunter Wooler finally there to make the stop.
No surprise there, leading tackler last year for Muskego. I'm pretty sure that wasn't the way offensive coordinator Jake Josetti had the first play drawn up, but they'll take the result of that.
Now they'll go with an up-tempo offense here. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Again, a low snap through the feet of McDivitt. Able to toss it, and again, Novotny able to bail him out right at the line marker at the 46-yard line. Gain of 10, could be another. Gruber Law his first down here for Marquette. This time Mason Bueller able to make the stop.
You know, I'm sure center Wesley Miller's got a few butterflies going for him as well. You know, Charlie Gehringer was the center last year for Marquette, a 2-year starter for Marquette. Excellent player, and so Wesley's trying to get himself set into the scheme. Looks like they're going to measure this.
Gary Knippel, our referee here tonight, wants to bring the chains in and take a look.
We're going to have an official timeout for a measurement.
Our opening kickoff tonight brought to you by Mixac and the City of Milwaukee Tobacco Free Alliance. Kick the tobacco habit. We'll stretch them out. And it's a first down.
Measurement results in a first down for
I don't know whether that fumble is actually slowing up the rush. They see that ball on the ground. Muskego's defenders, you know, sometimes that can distract you. Something, though, that Marquette's got to work out real soon.
Radish, Steele, and Bilefus up front. Lauer, Rader, Gruen Jr., and Tomchek, the linebackers, along with Dick Meyer. Bueller, Wohler, and Wakowiak, the defensive backs. Silva on the carry. Moves the pile forward, short of midfield. Alonzo Silva. Honorable mention, all conference a season ago for Marquette. His first carry of the year.
As you look at Muskego, they're in what's called a 3-3 stack defense, and you're going to see usually one of those linebackers is going to be coming all the time, so there's a 4-man front.
2nd and 6, McDivitt on the roll. Again to Novotny, another leaping grab, forward progress. Let's see where they mark it. Just shy of the 46-yard line of the Warriors, going to be short of the first down as he was driven back by Wauer. Richard Wauer, the senior outside linebacker.
And Novotny at 6'5" gives good height. Trying to get a little match up there, take advantage of that.
Let's go, D! Let's go! 31.
First third down matchup tonight for the Marquette offense. 3rd and 2. Need to get it across the 45-yard line of Muskego. Another low snap. McDivitt now going to keep it. Will get the first down on the ground as he was met by Wohler just as he got across the down marker. Ryan Radish also in on the stop.
You're going to hear Hunter Wohler's name a ton tonight. He is highly regarded. Wisconsin's offered him already, regarded as one of the best DBs in the country.
Another Gruber Law Office's first down for Marquette, an impressive drive that started on their own 23. Fake to Silva. McDivitt just going to air it out, incomplete. The rush coming that time from one of those blitzing linebackers. Again, the low snap messing up the timing.
Something we didn't see in the scrimmage, by the way, and so, you know, whether we attribute this just to a little bit of nerves or something else, we're not sure.
Second down and 10. Novotny, the tight end, will roll to the left. They'll go with a 3-receiver look. Single back is Silva. Divitt able to step up, deliver, and it's thrown incomplete. Couple of receivers in the area. Gian Pietro was one of them on the short end, and on the long end out there, that was Riley Johnson. I don't know if there was a mix-up in the scheme there or not, but 2 receivers within 5 yards of each other. Another critical third down, they'll empty the backfield. 3rd and 10, rush on. Gets it away, and it's thrown behind the intended receiver, incomplete. Riley Nowakowski, who we were told we would see a little bit more of him in the offensive side of the ball tonight, the intended receiver.
Right, the real strong pass rush that time. They're trying to sneak Riley out into the flat. Muskego put so much pressure on, forced the incompletion.
Interesting call here, 4th and 10. You keep the offense out, do you try and pin them back? Might see a quick kick here from McDivitt, we'll see. Yep, McDivitt, a nice one too. Little backward spin on it. Will bounce dead inside the 5 and will be downed at the 2-yard line. Nicely done by McDivitt.
Mitchell's kick is down by
A 41-yard punt down at the 2, and Muskego will take over on their own 2-yard line. So a little field position flip here between these two schools on their first drive.
Yeah, well executed quick kick there by Marquette, but doesn't usually unsettle the Warriors. They love running the ball, and I think we'll start seeing a few more of their counter plays. They love to get that fullback on the dive, run a counter, or run that second back through.
Marquette able to get 8 plays off on that drive. The punt pins Muskego inside their own 2-yard line. Groman. We'll give it to the fullback, Bolski. Got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard out of it, just across the 3-yard line.
You can see the right side of that Muskego offensive line try to come down on angles, down block, get a little kick out to let running back work his way through.
Jonah Ronski was there on the stop, the inside linebacker for Marquette. 2nd down, 8, just short of the 4-yard line. This is in the end zone, just outside of the end zone was Alex Current. Good pursuit to the ball that time by the Marquette defense led by Nowakowski. Riley Nowakowski, the outside linebacker, came crashing in from that side, coach, and sealed off that edge.
You know, Riley's 6'4", 230 pounds, but he runs track. He's on their relay teams. Excellent speed for a young man his size.
Just inside the 1-yard line. 3rd and 12 here for Muskego. Bolski up the middle, and he'll be stopped at the 10-yard line, short of the first down.
Bolski with the carry up the middle. Tackled by number 8, Stewart. 4th down.
Stay tuned to the end of the game tonight. We'll highlight our player of the game, brought to you by the United States Marines. 4th and 2 from the 10-yard line. Clock winding down, 4:20 to play here in a scoreless first quarter. Shane Dunning will punt out of his own end zone.
Honorable mention last year as a punter in the Classic 8.
Nice driving kick. Clyde will take it midfield. The 45 and wrapped up just short of the 40-yard line. That'll take us to our timeout. A scoreless first quarter and a rematch from a level floor playoff game a year ago. It's our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights from Muskego. Back after this. A scoreless first quarter from Muskego tonight. The Warriors taking on the Marquette University Hilltoppers. Rematch of that level 4 playoff game a year ago, and it's Marquette now with excellent field position on their second possession tonight from the Warrior 40-yard line. Following a 39-yard punt. Let's see what the Hilltoppers can do here. McDivitt. Some problems. Now gets a high snap over his head. They'll be picked up by Silva, and he gets a couple of blocks, and will get it back across midfield to the 47-yard line. Alonzo Silva saving Marquette there on the high snap over McDivitt's head. It will go as a loss of 6 on the play, all the way back to the 46-yard line.
Heads up play by Mr. Silva there, but they have got to get this center quarterback exchange worked out.
It was defensive end Jared Balfus who finally got to Silva for the 6-yard loss. 2nd down, 16. This time on the carry, it's Nowakowski. Riley bulls his way inside the 35 down to the 32-yard line. It'll be a 14-yard pickup. He'll be just shy of the first down.
You can see having a problem on first down really throws your offensive play calling off. you've got to revert to something a little bit different than what you wanted to do.
Nowakowski, 6'4", 230. He's got a bit of a runner's lean, Coach. I like that. They're down and a long 2 here for Marquette. Nowakowski slashing to his left, outside the 20, 10, and tripped up from behind inside the 10-yard line. He was off to the races. I believe it was Wooler with the shoelace tackle at save 6 for Muskego.
2 young men that ran into each other plenty of times in last year's semifinal game, Waller and Riley Nowakowski.
Great patience by Nowakowski to let the blocking set up that allowed him to cut back to his left.
Good instincts.
Two carries now, 37 yards for Nowakowski. First and goal, Marquette at the Warriors' 6-yard line. Nowakowski again inside the 5, driven back. There was a fumble. Muskego signaling they have the ball, but no official signal as of yet. They spot it at the 5. It'll be no gain. Second and goal from the 5.
Yeah, Josh Rader and Brian Gruen Jr. give him 2 real tough inside linebackers. Excellent push off the ball that time by the Muskego defensive line.
Fake to Silva. McDivitt looking to pass. Delivers back of the end zone. Caught for the touchdown. Jake Novotny with his first touchdown reception of the year. It'll go as a 5-yarder off the play fake from Silva. McDivitt throwing a dart to Novotny, and it's 6-0 Marquette.
Yeah, Novotny, second team all-conference last year. He's commit to Northern Illinois University. Basketball player, as you can tell, that 6'5" frame. Father was an excellent quarterback for Marquette back in the day.
The kick is up by Mitchell, and it is good. 5 plays, 41 yards. 37 of those yards, or excuse me, 41 yards of the big run at 14-yard rip by Nowakowski. And Marquette takes the early lead, 7-0 here late in the first quarter. Let's head down to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
So, guys, I'm here with Greg Huss. He's the Director of Admissions at Carthage. Greg, thanks a lot for being part of Thursday Night Lights.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us, Mike.
Hey, I've been on that campus a number of times. If you've not been on that campus, you need to get there. It's a hidden gem. You guys have a beautiful campus. So do you guys draw from the state of Wisconsin, obviously, in the Midwest as well?
Yeah, all over the Midwest, actually all over the nation. Last year we had students from 38 states and 10 countries as well on our campus.
Really? That's awesome. So I was a big Augie Schmidt fan, and I used to come down and watch a lot of sporting events on your campus. A big fan of what you guys do at Carthage. Again, thank you so much for being part of this.
Right, absolutely. We're pleased to be here.
How long have you been with Carthage, by the way?
I have been at Carthage for 10 years now.
Man, that's awesome. Greg, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you. Boys, back to you.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Mike. Great job, Greg. So Marquette with the early lead, Mitchell with the run-up. This will be Current across the 15, makes it to the 20 and driven back there just across the 20-yard line. Looked like Joey Pettit got down there on special teams for the Hilltoppers. They'll start the stack up just across the 20-yard line. So Muskego playing from behind here late in this first quarter.
Once again, though, you're going to watch as they try to run through their fakes. The thing they watch for, too, is if your DBs start creeping up, don't be surprised to see Muskego go over the top with a pass.
Connor Groman in under center. 1st and 10 from the 21. And caught in the backfield for a loss back at the 19-yard line was Josh Bulski, the fullback. Alfonso Morales, the defensive end over there on that left side, making the tackle.
You see Muskego doing a lot of shifting on their offensive line. That time they actually shifted into an unbalanced left formation, ran the ball back to the short side. Marquette's big worry, they have to line up correctly. They thought that that was a problem last year in the semifinal game.
They will creep Nowakowski to the line of scrimmage on a stand-up end, actually bring both outside linebackers. Joey Pettit there here on the near side as well. Second down, 11 for Muskego at their own 19. This time they try and go on the fake. They give it back to Current, and he is wrapped up again. Great job by the defense keying on the second fake.
And I don't know if the camera will catch the back part of this. Two guys from Marquette made a tackle on the fake dive man. That's how well Muskego carries out its fake. So you have to do your job. You can't be trying to run to all parts of the field and be the hero. Joe Pettit again on the tackle.
Nice job. Two straight plays by Pettit here on this drive. 3rd and 12 now for Muskego. Their own 17-yard line. Current trying to come around the near side. Stood up by Nowakowski and driven back at the 20-yard line. Riley Nowakowski on both sides of the ball, making his presence felt here tonight. And Muskego forced to punt for the 3rd time tonight. Patrick Curry and Nowakowski both in on that stop. And that will run out our clock here in this first quarter. From Impro Field in Muskego, Marquette will take a 7-0 lead into our second quarter. It's the Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights 10th anniversary season on My 24.
Start playing the second quarter this evening.
Along with Hall of Famers Mike McGivern and Terry Kelly, John Weiser with you from Muskego tonight. Our second quarter will begin with a punt for Muskego. McClyde from his own 39. Breaks the tackle out across midfield into the Warrior 49-yard line. Special teamer Evan Huckstorf able to get down on that stop. Once again, we head down to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
So guys, listen to the defensive coaches of Muskego. They kept saying the term wrap and run, and they said it about 15 times. And then the defense coordinator said, boys, now let that go. You know what? Adversity, that just means more opportunity for us. Pretty impressed with this defensive coaches here at Muskego. Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you. Marquette with another golden opportunity here, starting a drive inside Warrior territory from the 49. McDivitt in trouble, and down he goes. Mix-up on the play, I think, Coach. I think there was a missed block or missed timing on the quarterback.
On that outside, they did not stop that defensive end from his rush. McDevitt, to his credit, didn't panic and just try to throw the ball.
Jared Belfife's able to make the stop for the sack back at the 47-yard line. Hansen now, Nick Hansen, the quarterback. Check that, he's in the backfield. We've seen this in practice, the halfback option. Man is open and it's intercepted. Picked off. And that's our guy we've been talking about tonight. That is Hunter Wohler with the pick. Coach, we watched this in practice on Tuesday.
Yeah, I was trying to get your attention as soon as I saw Hansen coming into the backfield. But once again, that's Waller just has a real knack for finding the ball, coming up and making the tackle.
First turnover of the game, it goes to the Warrior defense, and Hunter Wohler, his first pick of the year. He had 4 a season ago. So the turnover gives the Warriors the ball at their own 23-yard line. They'll try a pass. They'll swing it out to the tight end on the far side. That was Eric Straszewski, 6'5", 220, a senior. We'll go with a little hurry up here. Pickup of 4 sets up a 2nd and 6 here for the Warriors. Current lined up as a wing here to the near side in single wing. They'll go 3 receivers. The fullback Bolski. They'll toss it over the middle. Current with the catch and a quick hitter across the 30 out to the 33-yard line. Very close to a first down here for Muskego. Nowakowski getting off from the bottom of that pile for Marquette.
One of the things you see Muskego doing now is opening up their formations, getting twins to the one side, split end to the other side, trying to make sure that they spread Marquette out. More often than not, that's to set up their run game.
Again, the officials eyeing this one up. Veteran referee Gary Knippel's crew here tonight, and he wants a measurement.
Looks like we're going to have an official timeout for a measurement.
You know, Marquette maybe gambled there, but we know Coach Maz felt one of the keys to this game was trying to get at least 3 scores. They found themselves in Muskego territory and decided to go with it.
All season we'll have the opportunity to show you some of the great smiles from our crowd this season. Our Smile Cam is brought to you by the Bubon Orthodontics. Give the world your smile. Check them out at bubonortho.com. First down, Muskego on the measurement. Trying to take advantage of the Wohler interception here.
Give it a try.
First down, Warriors on the ball on the 32.
Lier and Current, the 2 wings for Groman. Again, looking for the quick hitter near side. Harrison with the catch across the 35 and ushered out of bounds at the boundary.
Roman's pass complete to number
Brandon on,
84,
the 5'9" junior cornerback on that near side, making the stop. Another pickup of 4.
2nd and 6.
Sets up a 2nd and 6 as you get a good look at Ryan Harrison. Again, Groman now. Flushed out. Throwing on the run. Broken up. Incomplete. Nice play back there. Patrick Curry, honorable mention all conference. Corey, a 6-foot senior, got a hand in there to swat that one away.
Yeah, he's a returning starter for Marquette. They played that ball really well.
3rd and 6 for the
Sets
Warriors.
up 3rd and 6 now for Muskego
Ball's on the Muskego 36.
at their own 36-yard line. Marquette trying to make a late sub here. Bolski, the fullback, finds some room over that left side. Will get the first down out across the 42-yard line. Keaton Stewart, the free safety, moved over from strong safety a year ago. Makes the tackle, but it will be enough for a Muskego first down.
Little fullback trap, got him that first down.
Single wing, single back look here for Muskego. Again, they go over the middle, and it's caught by Current. And Current off to the races. And Current into the house for the touchdown. Alex Current, 56-yard touchdown reception. And Muskego an extra point away from knotting this one up.
You know, Current, excellent track athlete as well, went to state in the long jump last year. We saw how Muskego widened the field out. They created some seams, able to pop that pass right in. Touchdown.
Try for the extra point is up, and it is good. We are tied at 7. 6 plays, excuse me, 5 passes on that drive, 77 yards, 56 of them on the catch by Alex Current.
Eric Krause, and there's probably some games if he threw 5 times during the game, they thought that was a record. But once again, I think you saw that the Muskego made some adjustments to how Marquette was playing them defensively and went to some things they thought would create some openings for them.
Tied at 7. Let's head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, here with Andy Smith from the Salvation Army, Director of Marketing, Salvation Army. First of all, great wave out there. Did a nice job.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
Hey, you guys are all over.
Okay.
Can we talk a little bit about the Waukesha area? I know that, so look, we've been around a long time, and Waukesha, we need to highlight a little bit. You know what? I think it's important. I've been a big fan of Salvation Army for a long time. And I so much agree with the mission of Salvation Army. So thank you for everything you do, and thanks for being part of Thursday Night Lights.
Yeah, thank you for having us. We appreciate it very much.
You bet. He's Andy Smith, Director of Marketing. Does a great job, Salvation Army boys. Back to you.
We thank them for being part of our Thursday Night Lights broadcast once again this season. And this will drift into the end zone for a touchback. Again, the Salvation Army would like to recognize Andy Smith for volunteering and doing the most good. We'd like to remind everyone that you can help in doing the most good by donating. You can take advantage of 2 opportunities again this season here on Thursday Night Lights. You can drop off non-perishable food items in the Salvation Army barrel at any of our Thursday Night Light games this season, or text the letters TNL to 41444, and it will take you to the online donation page.
Extremely important for Marquette to respond to that score and move the ball, not get themselves pinned down inside their 20.
McDivitt wants to throw. Comes back near side, inside screen to Silva with some room. Silva fights his way forward near the 30-yard line before he is driven down there. Looked like Gruen Jr. and Bueller both in on the stop for Muskego. It'll be a pickup of 9, sets up a 2nd down and a short 1 here for Marquette. Nose of the football just shy of the 30-yard line.
2nd and 1 for the Hilltoppers.
Tight bunch on the offensive line, trips to the right side. McDivitt slings it out far side, trying to set up the screen, and good closing on the defense that time as Gianpietro made that catch. As soon as he turned, there were 3 defenders there, Meyer and Bueller, both there to make the stop.
Yeah, they reacted very quickly to that throw out to the flat. There was a little hesitation, didn't get that out there as quickly as needed.
So a loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 3 for Marquette. Gianpietro will line up here to the near side. And movement up front. It's our first penalty tonight.
I'm sure the guard saw those linebackers starting to creep up, got a little nervous, jumped offside, and those are the kinds of things that really can flip the field fast on you.
Well, they were facing 2nd and 1. Now looking at 3rd and 8. McDivitt, far side, going up, getting it at the high point inside the 50 down to the 46-yard line. On the reception, Michael Richardson, the 6'4" senior wide receiver, will get the first down.
One of those combo athletes you don't see real often in high school football. He's an excellent tennis player besides playing basketball and being an excellent wide receiver.
Be a 31-yard pickup and a first down for Marquette in Warrior territory again. The toss, Nowakowski on the near side will get to the 45-yard line, a pickup of 2. Looked like Wohler and Gruen Jr. both in on the stop.
Excellent team speed on defense for Muskego. They really flow well to the ball.
Got a late sub here coming in. This is Riley Johnson, who just made it onto the field. McDivitt on 2nd down, throwing on the run. Has a man out there, and he'll make the catch. I believe that was Richardson again. Able to present himself, get to the high point, make the catch inside the 40-yard line, right at the first down stick, maybe short by inches.
Getting a little half roll by the quarterback, get away from some of that pressure, try to help that offensive line a little bit.
Great job by Richardson, 2nd team all-conference, a 2-sport athlete, Terry, a tennis player.
I mentioned, you don't see that one real often.
First down, 3rd and less than a yard.
Maybe it's that long serve. You get those arms out there to make that catch, right? Well, critical 3rd down here, 3rd and inches for Marquette. The fake to Silva. They'll toss to the tight end, Novotny. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 39-yard line.
Really shows you two things. It shows you the respect that Marquette has for the defense of Muskego, but also shows you the confidence Marquette has in its passing game.
Again, we were impressed in the scrimmage. McDivitt pretty much stood tall in that pocket in both sessions against Homestead and Muskego. Hit as he's throwing, ball up in the air, and another circus catch inside the 5-yard line by Michael Richardson. Coach, just throw it up there, I'll go get it.
Well, you know, with Novotny at 6'5", Richardson at 6'4", they have good height.
There is a marker down, however.
Holding on Muskego.
Holding on the defense. So it will be declined. So they'll spot the ball at the 4-yard line. 30-yard pickup on that catch by Michael Richardson.
First and goal from
Nowakowski in the backfield now for Marquette. They'll go to the air once again, looking for Richardson in the back of the end zone. Couldn't get there. Good coverage on the play by Joey Wakowiak, the senior corner on that near side.
Something we saw Marquette do at practice the other night was trying to throw to that corner, isolate that wide receiver.
Second and goal from the 4. This time it's Nowakowski, and he's got nowhere to go. Well read by the defense that time. Brian Gruen Jr., the inside linebacker for the Warriors, right there on top of Nowakowski.
Yeah, Marquette needs to get a little more push out of its offensive line. Right now, they're struggling a little bit. And plus, you know full well Muskego's keying in on Riley Nowakowski. They know if he's the running back, good chance they're going to give him the ball.
Gianpietro split out to the right side. They'll put a slot receiver here to the near side. Novotny out there, along with Nick Ferg. The pass is deflected in the end zone, and it goes incomplete. Nick Mayer, I believe, got the hand on it, the linebacker, working the outside there on that stacked defense. Got a hand on it to knock it away, so 4th and goal, and it looks like the field goal unit coming on for Coach Maz and Marquette.
You know, they made an excellent conversion on that 1 3rd down to keep their drive going and getting themselves down there, but now, you know, they may rue the day that they didn't get that touchdown.
22-yard attempt for Michael Mitchell. Good snap, ball is down, kick is away, and it is good. Marquette reclaims the lead here on a 22-yard field goal. That makes it a 10-7 ball game, 10 plays, 69 yards, capped off by the 22-yard field goal, and we've reached our mid-quarter break. 5:32 to play here first half. Marquette back on top, 10-7. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Light 10th anniversary season. Michael Mitchell, 22-yard field goal has given Marquette a 3-point lead here midway through our second quarter. With Mike McGivern and Terry Kelly, John Weiser back with you at Muskego High School. Week 1 of the high school football season. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights 10th anniversary season here on My 24. And we've got a great one shaping up here in week 1. Wohler and Current, the deep receivers for Muskego. And this will be Wohler fighting his way up the middle, out across the 25, out to the 27-yard line. Keaton Stewart and Patrick Curry, both there for the Hilltoppers on special teams. Now you're going to go look at Ken Krause, the head football coach at Muskego, talking with his quarterback, Connor Groman.
And we've got a flag on the play. Got to see if it's a block in the back or if we've got holding. And we saw the last time Muskego had the ball, we saw Muskego had made some adjustments offensively. Now we want to see if Marquette has been able to react a little bit better to those different sets Muskego is setting up.
It was a holding call against Muskego. Let's head down to the sideline once again, and Mike McGivern.
So, guys, I'm here with John Eshan, Madison Edgewood guy doing really good work in the community. Talk a little bit about this, John.
So I'm with the Milwaukee County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. We do a number of things. One of the things I'm here to talk about tonight is locking up your medicine and prescription drugs and securing them safely.
So, John, this is what you would recommend, correct?
Yes. These are good lock boxes to make sure that no one can get into your medication.
John, thank you so much for what you do, and thanks so much for being part of My 24 Thursday Night Lights, John.
Thank you.
You bet. Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you. 5-yard run by Bolsky, the fullback here, sets up a 2nd and 5, and they're going to throw. Groman coming back near side, and it's incomplete, thrown high that time. Intended for Ryan Harrison, the tight end. Harrison, a 6'2 junior.
They're in that hurry up again, trying to get Marquette unable to make their adjustments. Marquette's trying to do some situational substitutions, and they're trying to catch them before they get the 1D lineman off the field.
3rd down and 5. Movement up front, contact made, flags fly. Gary Knippel, veteran official, will make the call.
Dead ball foul. False start, offense, 5-yard penalty.
So 2 penalties on this drive by Muskego. First coming out of the kickoff that pinned him back inside the 20-yard line, and now the offside call sets up a 3rd and 9.
Now for some teams, this is a passing down, not necessarily Muskego. It'll be interesting to see what play Ken has called here.
Golski, the single fullback. Wings are Lier and Current. Give it to Bolsky, the fullback, across the 25, back to the original line of scrimmage near the 27-yard line.
Bolsky with the carry.
Once again, that little fullback trap.
Now 4th and short.
4th and 1 for Muskego.
Let's see what Ken Krause wants to do here. He'll put the punting unit on. I think you really no choice. Down 3, I think you'd rather play it safe here. Turn it back over to your defense, hopefully get a nice punt. You've got an all-conference honorable mention punter in Shane Dunning, averaged nearly 38 yards a kick a year ago. Max McQuaid, the junior, at the 40-yard line, awaiting the Dunning kick.
See if they try to draw Marquette offside.
A whistle here, stopping play. Delay a game, I believe. And again,
that 40-second
yes.
clock, John, I'm sure you want to mention that.
Yeah, that is the new rule change this year, and that is that no longer when the ball is spotted and the referee winds the clock does the 25-second play clock start. It's now a full 40 seconds from the end of the last play. So you have to be ready and get to the line of scrimmage. Muskego caught there. Dunning's punt, beautiful punt. McQuaid drifting all the way back to his 33-yard line. And a spin out to the 39. 6-yard return for McQuaid.
Dunning, excellent hang time on that punt.
Caden Lowen and Connor Groen able to make the stop. Later, we'll highlight an unusual moment from tonight's game and our uncommon moment. That's brought to you by Concordia University. Live uncommon. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Marquette, the 3-point lead. They have the ball at their own 39-yard line. Another bad snap, ball loose in the backfield, and Marquette able to fall on it. Silva again. This is the second time tonight he's bailed out the exchange between McDivitt and Wesley Miller.
Fumble on the handoff recovered by number 5 of the Hilltoppers. So that's Silva.
And again, not to keep repeating, but you've got a whole new group on the inside there for Marquette, including a new center this year. McDivitt going to air it all the way out. Far sideline looking for Richardson. It is caught out of bounds. It was intended for Richardson. Wooler caught it, but he was not in bounds when he made the catch.
You know, Wooler is just everywhere. Every time you make a call, he's somewhere out there. You can see why he's so highly regarded by coaches around the country.
Well, being the free safety, he's trying to give Wakowiak some help on that matchup with Richardson on the outside. Richardson, 3 catches tonight for 61 yards. 3rd and 16 now for Marquette. Ball at their own 33-yard line.
Here it is.
McDivitt going to keep it with some running room. Gets back to the 40-yard line. Gain of about 7 that time for McDivitt on the keep. Looked like Lauer, the outside linebacker, and Anthony Tomczyk able to get on that stop for Muskego. Well, Gotham City has a new protector suit up for the new DC Superhero Series Batwoman. Sunday nights at 7. That'll be followed by Supergirl. That starts on October 6th on Milwaukee's CW 18. 4th and 9 at the 40-yard line. This will be Mitchell attempting to punt.
It's a delay of game.
Yep, another delay of game here on the punting unit.
Nice. They're running that thing like it's a speed clock.
Really not going to matter much here for Mitchell.
So went back to the 35. 15. Ball's on the 35.
Wooler standing inside his own 30 as Mitchell gets this one away. Wooler, fair catch signal made at the 32-yard line, and he'll come down with it there. So set it down to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, so the offensive line sitting there waiting for the coaches to come in and talk to them. The coaches are all looking at their iPads. Lashinsky took over. Offensive lineman said, boys, we've been here before. Come on, we're starting to wear them down a little bit. Let's keep your heads up. Let's keep going. I loved listening to that offensive lineman take control of that offensive team. He did a nice job.
Mike, that was a point that Ken Krause made at practice the other day and at the scrimmage about his team and about how they're self-policing themselves out on the field when things aren't going right.
And at 6'4", 335, you're going to listen to Jacob Lashinsky.
You are. 1st and 10. Muskego.
Second back.
The second back is Current trying the outside, and he is stacked up. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Joey Pettit, once again, the senior outside linebacker, there on the stop.
4 tackles so far tonight for Joey.
Joey also an excellent baseball player for that Marquette baseball team.
And ironically, Mr. Lashinsky, excellent pitcher for the Muskego baseball team.
A state champion.
Helped them in 2018.
Team.
Muskego win the state title.
Minute 45 to go. 2nd down 11 for Muskego. Counter play back inside the fullback Bulski, and he is met at the line of scrimmage again. Nice job by the defense, led by Maddox Ambrosini, the nose tackle, able to stay home and clog that area up. Ronski, also the inside linebacker, there on the stop.
Yeah, another new lineman for Marquette, a junior. Maddox, 5'11", 243.
Marquette will take its first time out here with 1:21 to play, trying to save some time here on a 3rd and long.
To benefit all of our groups. The festival, which is now being renamed and branded
Well, coming up in our halftime report, we'll highlight this week's Scholar Athlete nominees. We'll take the opportunity to meet a few of the sponsors that help make TNL happen, and we'll look at the highlights from our first half here tonight.
Yeah, so far, Josh Bulski been carrying the ball quite a bit for Muskego.
Also later tonight in our telecast, we'll bring you the Stritch Celebrates Seniors, an opportunity for high school seniors to pass along some knowledge onto incoming freshmen.
The cheer squad or the Palms dance team. So again, save your ticket. Presented between 5 and 11:30 p.m. at Dandelion Days.
So Muskego facing a 3rd and 9 with 1:21 to go here in this first half, trailing by 3.
3rd and 9 for Muskego.
Andrew Lier is a wing near side. Alex Current the wing on the left side. Fullback in the middle. Current in motion.
Pass, flood pattern.
Throwing on the scramble. And we'll get out of bounds. Shy of the 40-yard line. Again, Groman drawing the ire of Ken Krause. I think he said you knew you were going to go down. Might as well went down, stay in bounds. You've stopped the clock here, and now you've effectively allowed Marquette to keep its second timeout in the pocket here with 1:15 to play.
I'm sure Coach Krause would refer to that as a coaching point.
A coach-up moment, I think, is how he states that, yeah. Dunning into punt. Get this one away. McQuaid from the 28. Across the 30, 35, and out to the 41-yard line. An 11-yard return for Max McQuaid, the junior. So Marquette with 2 timeouts remaining, 1:06 to go in the half, with an opportunity here. Again, a reminder, in the high school ball, the clock will stop on a made first down to reset the chains.
Last year, one of the favorite plays for Marquette was to try to isolate Novotny on the seam up the middle. We'll see if that's something they're going to be looking for right now.
Slot to the right side here, single back for Marquette. McDivitt over the middle, over the head of Jake Novotny. He was open, the ball was thrown high, but a little bit behind. And penalty flag is down at the 45-yard line. Tomczak on the coverage that time.
Yeah, he was open, but the timing was off on that.
Lineman downfield here against Marquette. Yeah, last couple of throws I've noticed McDivitt taking a little more time to wind up and deliver, and that's delaying the spot where the ball needs to be.
Here's where you've got to be intelligent so that you don't get the ball back to Muskego with time left on the clock as well.
Silva, the single running back, 3 receivers going on. Another low snap. McDivitt able to save that. Will get it away. They'll still get it out to Silva on the right side screen, and Silva spins his way out of bounds. Should have went down. Could have kept the clock rolling there. Instead chose to get to the boundary, which will stop the clock with 56 seconds to play.
Yeah, the snap problems are really, really hurting Marquette's offensive continuity.
Got to reset the time here on the clock. The clock kept rolling here. It's still moving. We have to put some time back on the clock here. There was about 56 seconds left on there when he went out of bounds. So 3rd and about 18 here for Marquette. A 22-yard field goal midway through this second quarter, the difference in this one so far.
You know, right now, one of the plays that comes to mind is you think about doing a screen pass because of the rush, but the speed of Muskego's defense can kind of negate the effectiveness of that particular call.
I was impressed in their scrimmage on Friday, the closing speed, particularly the linebackers for Muskego. The last couple years they've had that.
You know, and you look back there and you've got Bueller and Wohler, Mayer and McCoyak, playing in that backfield.
Now 3rd and 16 here. They'll hand it off. Silva up the right hash mark across the 35 out to the 37-yard line. Clock continues to roll. Muskego with 2 timeouts remaining. Marquette just content to take their time here.
I'm very surprised they're not calling a timeout here on Muskego's part.
4th and 14 for the Hilltoppers.
I think Marquette could be,
just take the delay.
Take the delay of the game.
Absolutely. Let that roll down as far as it can.
And that's exactly what Marquette's decided to do, is they look over at the coaches.
Yep. Mitchell's on to punt here, but I don't think he will get this one away. And there's your delay. Timeout taken, I believe, by Marquette. They will have 1 remaining with 6 seconds to go here in an entertaining first half. A close ball game.
Right, and both teams hurt a little bit by some penalties at key moments. Marquette having some problems getting that ball back to the quarterback, and that's kind of throwing their offensive rhythm off. So it'll be real intriguing to see what kind of adjustments get made at halftime.
Again, week 1 across Wisconsin. Some games tonight, other matchups tomorrow. One in the greater metro I'm intrigued with is that Menominee Falls Germantown matchup tomorrow night.
Germantown, excellent back returning, as does the Falls. 2 teams that want to see their fortunes improve within the conference.
It's kind of turned into a rivalry with the revamped greater metro.
Right, everybody talks, naturally about how strong the Classic 8 is, but the greater metro is certainly, Jesus.
Mitchell able to get away. He'll kick with his left foot and got it away. Nice job there. It's loose on the ground. Warriors will cover it up, and that will send us to halftime. Near disaster, but let's wait. And that is the end of the first half. I thought there might have been a penalty there, but near disaster tonight on the long snap and on the shotgun snaps tonight. But Marquette will take the lead into the locker room here after our first half. Marquette with a 22-yard field goal midway through this second quarter takes a 10-7 lead into the locker room. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights 10th anniversary season on My 24. Welcome back to Muskego in Pro Field tonight. Week 1 of the high school football season. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights telecast tonight. Marquette with the 10-7 lead here at the half. Tonight we'd like to highlight some special student athletes as we're proud to present once again our Scholar Athlete of the Week nominees. And this week's nominee from Marquette is Riley Nowakowski. Riley carries a 3.96 GPA. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll go with Muskego since that's up on the board. It's Muskego High School's Ethan Joquet. Ethan is a 4.0 student and a recipient of the Muskego Scholar Athlete Award. He is a member of the Athletic Leadership Council, along with being selected all-conference and team captain in football. He volunteers throughout the community, including at youth camps, Toys for Tots, and with Special Olympics. And this week's nominee for Marquette is Riley Nowakowski. Riley carries a 3.96 GPA and plays football and track. He is a 3-year starter playing both offense and defense. Riley is a multi-time state qualifier in track, along with numerous conference, sectional, and regional championships running relays. He volunteers as a teacher's assistant for elementary students with special needs, with Easter Seals tackling autism football camp and boxing food with the Hunger Task Force. So congratulations once again to this week's Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights Scholar Athlete nominee. Right now, we'll step aside. Mike McGivern has our interview with Marianne Scafidi from Heiser Automotive Group.
Thanks, boys. I'm here at Heiser Automotive with Marianne Scafidi. Marianne, thank you again for your partnership with Thursday Night Lights. You know, the Marines are a partner with us as well, and I know from talking to you that giving back and supporting our troops is very important here at Heiser.
I think it's very important. They have a hard job and they take care of us and keep us free. I have family member that's in the military, friends that are in the military. It's just it's a huge part of our life.
Boy, I really support the fact that you guys give back to them. The service department here at Heiser is second to none. We hear that a lot, and your auto body shops are doing really well as well.
Yes, we actually have two of them. One's in West Allis and one's on 76th Street Body Shop. That one will be named, you'll probably hear it has Heiser's Collision Center more than 76th Street Body Shop moving forward.
Hey, can I ask your day-to-day here at Heiser? So you run all five. Are you in charge of all of them?
I am the CEO, but I have a great team that helps me run the dealerships. I cannot say that I'm doing it all by myself. I have a great team.
You know, it's such a competitive industry, and you guys continue to be at the top and do extremely well. And I love the fact that I've had a chance to meet two daughters that are involved in this. This truly is a family business.
It is. Third generation is here. I have two daughters in the business. My sister has a son in the business. He's the Cadillac manager up in West Bend. We're very proud of him and my girls. And I have grandkids that are coming through. In fact, my youngest grandson, his first sentence at 18 months was, "Do you want to buy a car?"
Do you want to buy a car? If you do, you go to Heiser Automotive. Marianne Scafidi. Marianne, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You bet. Boys, back to you.
Mike and Marianne, thank you very much. We appreciate Heiser Automotive Group being back as title sponsor once again for Thursday Night Lights here in our 10th anniversary season. Oh, an interesting first half, Coach. Kind of surprising, a little more passing on the part of Muskego.
Groman, 6 for 7. 7 passes already in the first half. Touchdown throw. He hit the nice seam pass right to Current. Another little surprise how many times Bolski has carried the ball. 9 carries. He's the leading ball carrier with 42 yards. Current so far, he's only got 2 yards, but once again, the way that offense works, any point in time, one of those backs, wing back, full back's going to break loose.
The Muskego High School marching band on the field. Their salute to the Imagine Dragons. And speaking of Heiser Automotive Group, we have a couple of their vehicles here tonight. That's the 2019 Chevy Cruze. 28 miles per gallon in the city, 38 miles per gallon on the highway, a 1.4-liter engine, turbocharged engine, I should say, with remote start, 16-inch wheels, and much, much more, along with the 2018 Chevrolet Suburban, luxurious SUV with a 5.3-liter V8, heated wheels and seats, all-leather interior, a sunroof, and third-row seating. If you're interested in these amazing vehicles and many others, you can stop by the Heiser Chevrolet in West Allis. 10-7 Marquette on top of Muskego. Back with more of our halftime programming after this. Welcome back to halftime here in the Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights. We're in Muskego tonight, Impro Field, and Marquette, the visiting Hilltoppers, with a 10-7 lead over the Muskego Warriors Division I champs a year ago. Once again, we go down to the sidelines. Mike McGivern has a special guest.
I have a new best friend, guys. I do. Joshua Pinesett, 25-year-old Marine from Houston, Texas. And I got to tell you makes me feel very good about young people. Let's talk a little bit about your career with the Marines. How long you been there?
I've been in the Marine Corps for 7 great years.
7 great years, and you're ready to re-up again.
I'm ready to re-up. I should be re-ing up later this year, so I can't wait. I'm excited.
Hey, Joshua, a chance to come on the field here, talk to student athletes, guys that understand what teamwork is. Fits in really well with the Marines, correct?
Yes, sir. I remember I played sports in high school as well, so this is definitely nothing new to me, and I just love coming out here and seeing the young guys do what they do.
Joshua, last question. When somebody gets out of the Marines, I started thinking about this, and whatever age it is you want to get out of the Marines, is there anything that you're not ready to do with the rest of your life?
Absolutely not. I mean, physically, mentally, I feel you're prepared for anything in the world, and it's just a testament to kind of what we prepare our guys to do, so it's great. You guys can accomplish anything.
Joshua, thank you so much for what you do, and I really appreciate you and the Marines, boy.
Hey, thank you for having us, and good luck to the teams.
Yeah, you bet. It's good to see you. It's nice to meet you. Fellas, back to you.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you, Joshua, for your service to our country. Very, very engaging young man there. Well, normally around this time at halftime this season, we're going to feature have a new feature for you. It's called Stritch Celebrates Seniors. But we had a little technical difficulty here prior to the game tonight, so we're not able to bring you what we had planned here. And that was basically we had asked some seniors from both Muskego and Marquette what advice they would give to incoming freshmen. And unfortunately, like I said, we had a little problem with the truck here tonight, and we weren't able to bring that to you. But stay tuned, because in each of the next 8 weeks, we're going to be bringing you this feature during halftime of our ball games.
Yeah, I'm sure, Mike McGivern could go back and give us some of those hints he had for seniors about reading Shakespeare, looking at some of the great authors.
The first time through or the second time through?
No. Mike does a great job, and we don't want to give him too much grief.
Let's head back down to Mike McGivern and his special guest.
Hey, guys, Marcia Ware, she's from Cardinal Stritch. Thank you so much for your sponsorship on Thursday Night Lights.
Thank you. We are very excited to be here. Cardinal Stritch just is really excited to connect with all the high school students, all of the parents, friends, family, everyone. It's a great opportunity.
I'm a big fan of Cardinal Stritch, and I've been on your campus a little bit, and I know a lot of people that graduated, and it seems to be like once they graduated, I mean, they had 15, 16 different options on what they wanted to do, and that's a really good testament of what you guys do there on campus.
It is a great testament. We have a lot of programs ranging all the way from bachelor's degrees through doctoral programs, and we have had so many alumni stop by tonight and say hi.
Yeah, you bet. Last question. First of all, how long have you been there?
I've been there less than a year.
Really? And I would assume that being there less than a year, you come from outside of that bubble. Are you just amazed every day of the work that you guys do there?
I am amazed. Infusing Franciscan values with our curriculum and the diversity of the school, it's just an amazing place.
What a great place for student athletes and students here at Muskego and Marquette to get to learn more about Cardinal Stritch. Again, so nice to meet you, and thank you for being a part of this. You bet. Boys, back to you.
Thanks, Mike. Halftime continues here from Muskego, 10-7 Marquette, our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights. Halftime continues here in Muskego at Inpro Field. A good one here tonight, week 1 of the high school football season. Marquette on top of Muskego by a score of 10-7. We really want to thank our host here tonight, Muskego, and the man kind of responsible for putting all this together is with Mike McGivern. He is the principal, Todd Irvine.
Hey guys, you're right. He is responsible for this. Todd Irvine, the principal at Muskego. Look, this is amazing.
This is great stuff. This is great stuff. You look around, you see a packed house, you see kids everywhere, the youth football, the youth dance team, all of that coming out, a community that loves football.
Todd, you know what, and I'll tell people that live like in Arizona, never take this for granted. You know what, because I'm telling you, when you've been to as many games as we have, this is still, it's amazing what you guys do here at Muskego.
It's special. It truly is special. 4 years ago, we didn't even have bathrooms. We were working out of Porta-Johns. Our community rallied around us. Our youth programs rallied around. Our community businesses rallied around. They wanted to make this a place that was going to be something special for all of our community. And what you see here is really a community center. It's a product of a lot of pride.
Hey, so the last 12 months, man, been a pretty good 12 months for you as the principal here at Muskego. It seems like every sport is either winning it or right there competing. And you got to be really proud of these young student athletes.
It's been absolutely amazing. Can't say enough just how fortunate we are to be a part of this. Our student athletes work their tails off in season, out of season. The family support we get, they're willing to do what it takes to get the kids where they need to be. Just so incredibly proud of them.
Hey, you know, the Booster Club, Paul Pearden, those guys have done an unbelievable job. You know, this is the best pregame meal I think we've ever had. the Booster Club guys and the people that handle the social media, at least for the athletics in Muskego, have done a really good job making sure that they're telling the story and letting people understand that this place is something special.
I agree. It was 4 years ago, my first year, Paul and another dad came in and they talked about a vision they had about making this an experience for our young athletes, making it something that when those youth players come on the field, they want to be a part of, making it something as our young band athletes are out here, our dance team, that it brings every aspect of our community together to celebrate.
Hey, Todd, you know, but the interesting part, we keep talking about the football and the student athletes. The thing that was impressive to me is the overall GPA of your sports teams. These kids don't play, and I know that you guys expect a lot. It's not a right for them to play football. It's a privilege, and you guys believe that here.
Absolutely. We pay very close attention to our data. Our students who are connected in clubs and sports, they have a much higher GPA and a much higher ACT. It's about being a complete warrior in all aspects of life.
You know, it's interesting you say that because I agree with that. I think that the more kids get involved and really become part of the fabric of a high school, they then start taking grades and their books a little more seriously, and they understand the importance because they don't want to let their teammates down.
Absolutely. We talk all the time about becoming a warrior family. We want this to be a place that kids feel like they belong. Whether you're on the field or you're in the student section, you matter. Your energy, your enthusiasm matters.
Hey, so I was told by somebody, he said, look, we know you're going to talk to Todd and keep talking about the sports teams, but please don't forget about the drama club, and don't forget about the band, and don't forget about the choir, because they really, really are very successful as well.
Absolutely. We want to be a triple threat. Excellent in academics, our fine arts we want to be second to none, and obviously athletics, we got some cool stuff happening.
Even there, we're talking sports. Last question, my co-host is Ryan McMillan. What's the chance of him getting fired by the end of the week?
Hate to tell you this, it depends on whether we win or lose. Ryan, I love you, but come on, we need a better second half.
Hey, I might be the new AD here at Muskego. Boys, back to you.
Mike and Todd, thank you so much. Again, thanks to Paul Pearden and the Gridiron board members for putting up our spread here tonight, and Maddie's Bar and Bulski Building and Remodeling able to help us out as well. 10-7, Marquette on top of Muskego. Just a couple of quick numbers that you got there.
Mr. Bulski has to be happy with the performance of his son. 9 carries, 42 yards. Mr. McDevitt throwing 11 for 18, 106 yards, threw for a touchdown pass. Jake Novotny has 6 receptions. Richardson has 3. Defensive leaders. Hunter Waller had that big interception, but the leading tackler right now for Muskego's outside linebacker Richard Wauer. He's got 5 tackles. Marquette's being led in tackles by another one of those guys, Keaton Stewart, playing free safety.
Let's head back down to the sideline. A good combination, football and bowling. Mike, what do you got?
Hey guys, first and bowl. Brian McKenzie's going to tell us a little bit about it, but first and foremost, his wife is due with their second baby. I said, is she watching? He said, I don't know. She might be a little bit tired. Congratulations, first and foremost.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, let's talk about first and bowl. Give us a little an idea on what you're going to get when you get to first and bowl.
Sure. So the kind of the main reason you're going to be there is come to play the game of football bowling, which is sort of a unique new concept in Milwaukee. It's a little bit of a tailgate game. A little challenging, a little fun, a little competitive, and all around good time. So,
where are you guys located?
We're located in Wauwatosa, right next to the Mayfair Collection.
Excellent. So right off of Burleigh.
Yep.
So give me a little idea on where this idea came from and started.
So we had actually seen this game elsewhere and decided Milwaukee needs football, bowling, beer, big screens all combined.
Is there a better place to put this in than Milwaukee? I mean, when you talk about football and bowling, like the bowling capital of the world, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely, and I don't think football is too far behind.
No, I agree with that. Hey, good luck with the birth of your second child coming up, and certainly with this, it's first and bowl. If you get a chance, go see Brian, give it a shot. You guys have a great time. Bowling, football, beer, big screen, that's all Milwaukee right there. Hey, thanks a lot for being part of this.
Thank you.
You bet, boys.
Mike, I'm all in. Halftime here in Muskego, 10-7. Hilltoppers on top of the Warriors. Back with third quarter after this. Just about set for our second half here tonight from Muskego High School with Mike McGivern and Terry Kelly. John Weiser back in the booth with you. Marquette, a 22-yard field goal midway through the second quarter. That's the difference in our ball game.
Right, you know, both teams kind of stumbled over themselves a little bit in that second quarter and didn't get the points that each of them thought they would get. So, you know, what kind of adjustments have they made defensively for Muskego to try to take away some of those passing yardages? And as Marquette worked out a few of those kinks with the offensive line and getting that center snap back to the quarterback.
I know in the keys to the game, keep Muskego behind the chains. It's forced a game plan change in the face of Ken Krause. They've gone to the air a little bit more than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, defensive coordinator Keith Listinsky, I think, has done a great job along with the other assistants preparing his team. We saw Coach Krause and his group make a number of adjustments in that second quarter. We'll see what happens as we go into this half.
Gianpietro and Nowakowski deep for Marquette. They won the toss, deferred. They will get the ball to start this second half. Shane Dunning does the punting and place kicking for the Warriors. Kick it away, and again, Nowakowski will watch this one drift through the end zone for the touchback.
Dunning's kick goes into the end zone.
Matt McDivitt, the quarterback tonight. I think the big thing there, they got to clean up the low and high snaps between he and Wesley Miller.
Right, and you know, McDevitt, to his credit, has kept his wits about him as he's found himself in some very unnerving situations.
So McDivitt at quarterback, Novotny at a tight end. Hansen also in now as a wide receiver here on the near side, with Nowakowski the running back, and again the snap all the way over the head of McDivitt, and he will take it and throw it out of the end zone, and it will go incomplete. Michael Richardson. Well, Michael Richardson was one of the receivers down the sideline. There was a late flag. Ineligible receiver downfield. I believe the offensive line obviously going downfield on that play. I was going to say it couldn't have been a grounding call because Richardson
he was on the sideline.
Yes, he was.
So they're calling somebody ineligible downfield.
10 yards and lost it down.
So it'll be a 10-yard penalty. Moves it back to the 10. It'll be a 1st and 20 here. So 1st and 20 here for Marquette to start this second half. And another high snap. Novotny, or Nowakowski, I should say, with the carry out to the 20-yard line. We'll get 9 of those yards back.
They have a new center in there. I noticed number 58, Ian Gill, is now in there. Once again, you know, the nerves. He had moved over from guard apparently to center.
Well, a gain of 9 sets up a 2nd and 11. Hunter Wooler was in on that last play. So it is Ian Gill now snapping the football. 2nd and 11 from the 19. Play fake to Silva. Gonna give it back to Silva on the pass. Has some running room. Dances his way across the 25 and out to the 32-yard line is Silva. Alonzo Silva. Brought down on the play by Nick Mayer, the outside linebacker here on the near side. It goes out to the 33-yard line, so it'll be a pickup of 14 and a 1st down. First downs this quarter brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Last year they had Marquette had a speedster, DeLeon Brown Williams. Silva was the fill-in, and his strength was patience, following his blockers.
Stacked set here to the near side. They'll give it to the fullback, Patrick Daniels, his first carry tonight. He rumbles his way out shy of the 39-yard line. Actually across the 40 to the 41-yard line is Patrick Daniels, 5'11", 225, and a senior for the Hilltoppers. Up tempo here, 2nd down 2. Daniels again with the call. Daniels with a nice move, moving the pile across midfield to the 48-yard line of Muskego. Fresh legs here for Marquette, and Patrick Daniels, 2 carries, 2 impressive carries for the offense.
You know, you got to credit McDevitt down there in the goal line where things could have turned into a disaster to get him back into this position.
Daniels the single back, stack receivers to the right. Play fake, comes back near side, completes to Hansen. Spins out of a tackle out to the 37 yard line. Nick Mayer there to make the stop for Muskego. Gain of about 5 on the play, sets up 2nd and 5 for Marquette. Just underway, 3rd quarter. The Hilltoppers on top of the defending state champions, 10-7. Silva, left side, gets the first down, spins down to the 35-yard line. Honorable mention all conference a season ago, brought down by Wohler. Silva again, this time dancing to the right side. Met in the hole and driven down by Wohler. Great stick there, and now a little extracurricular after the whistle.
Silva with the carry. Hunter Wohler with the tackle.
There's a couple of hard-nosed players there just getting after it.
Fans are still waiting on a winner.
Got a penalty flag. It'll be a holding call here against Marquette.
1-6-1.
So 2 penalties on this drive to start this second half for Marquette.
They were able to overcome that first one, and now, you know, they had a little rhythm going here. They decided to try to establish the run. Now puts them behind the chains a little bit.
Second and 16 for Marquette. McDivitt wants to throw. Gonna air it out, far sideline, jump ball, and it's through the hands of the intended receiver, Gianpietro, incomplete. On the coverage out there, Joey Wakowiak, the cornerback for Muskego. But Gianpietro did get a hand on it though, unable to haul it in.
But good coverage there by Wakowiak. Drop back deep.
Gianpietro in a slot here to the near side. Divitt goes right side, flares it outside to Richardson, makes the catch, dives across the 30. They'll mark him out just inside the 29-yard line. Again, Wakowiak on the coverage. Bring up 4th down, 4th and about 4 here for Marquette.
A little too far for a field goal, but I'm pretty sure Coach Josetti, the offensive coordinator, is going to go for this.
Offense will stay on the field. Richardson will line up to the right side. Gianpietro in a slot here to the near side. McDivitt on 4th down, nowhere to go, and gets out. Able to keep his poise, got the pass away, but it'll go incomplete. Intended for Richardson. I'm impressed with Matt McDivitt. Had a defender draped all over him.
Right.
Didn't cough up the ball and still got it away and got a chance for a receiver to make a play on it.
You know, once again, I think, it seems straight drop back. They're getting a lot of pressure. I think they're going to have to look to roll McDevitt out a little bit, get him away from that rush.
So Marquette turns it over on downs. It'll be Muskego ball at their own 30-yard line. 8.5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Warriors trail by 3. Their first possession here in the second half. Lier lined up in a wing near side. Connor Groman, the quarterback. Bolski, the fullback, over the left side with some room out to the 39-yard line. Gain of about 9 on the play for Josh Bolski, getting his fair share of carries here tonight. Last season, just 5 carries in 3 ball games. That's his 10th carry tonight.
Leading ground gainer so far.
2nd and 1 now for the Warriors at their just across their own 38-yard line. Bolski, left side, got tripped up, may have gotten enough for the first down. We'll see. Joey Pettit got in there first. Got a piece of him, but perhaps not enough. He did get the first down. They'll move the chains.
You can see what they're trying to set up there. They've got that dive to the fullback. Meanwhile, that wingback's coming behind. They'll give it to that second man in the next play. You overcommit to that first dive man, they're going to be free going up the sideline.
So 1st and 10, a Gruber Law Office's first down for Muskego, just across their own 40-yard line. Again, Lier is the wing here to the near side. They'll fake to the fullback. They'll give it to Lier, and he's met in the backfield for a loss.
And there is what you have to credit their preparation, because they talked about what that companion play is to that fullback. Those guys stayed home, made the tackle. Vinny Nigro with his 5th tackle of the evening.
Nigro, Player of the Year in the Greater Metro Conference, shows you why there. Go as a tackle for a loss of 1. It'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Now Marquette's DBs are starting to creep up a little bit, and remember what Coach Krause told us they look for then.
Again, double fake. They'll roll the quarterback around the right side. Groman, he'll be met in the backfield and tackled just across the 40-yard line. Patrick Curry. Curry, a 6-foot senior cornerback, honorable mention all-conference a year ago, making the play.
Nice open field tackle there. He was one-on-one with the quarterback. Good call. Notice a good call. They go get that quarterback rolling away from all the action.
Gain of 2 sets up 3rd and 9 at the 41-yard line. In the air, the single wing here to the near side. Now he'll line up in the backfield. They'll shift
play.
Current now. Be the fullback, Volsky, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down. Look like McQuaid there to get the tackle that time. It'll bring up 4th and 1 at midfield.
I have the feeling Coach Krause is not going to change his mind this time. He's going to go for it.
Yep. 4th and 1 from their own 49. Groen will survey the line of scrimmage. Current to his left and a wing. Lier wing right. Bolsky the fullback. And it's Bolsky. And second effort may be enough for the first down right at the line of scrimmage. Fullback dive that time by Bolsky. Let's see where they spot it. And they're gonna take a timeout here, official timeout for a measurement.
13th carry so far this evening for Bolsky.
From my vantage point, I think he got it by half a football.
Right, I think he, and we trust your eyes.
3/4 of a football. I got to get him checked. 1st and 10, Warriors, as they convert on 4th down. Just over 5 minutes to play here in this 3rd quarter. Marquette went for it on 4th down and came up short, turned it over on downs. Now Muskego. This drive started near their own 30-yard line. Current, or Lier in motion, I should say. Groman wants to throw as a man open across the left side, and it is underthrown and intercepted. Picked off out there by Max McQuaid, I believe, who made the interception. McQuaid on the coverage, able to make the pick. So Marquette gets their first takeaway on defense tonight. That'll lead us to our 3rd quarter break. 4:44 to play here in the 3rd. Marquette on the interception will have it 1st and 10, leading by 3. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Max McQuaid with the interception for Marquette, using that long jump ability of his from the track team. Able to take the pick out to the 11-yard line. 1st and 10, Marquette. High snap again over McDivitt's head. Able to get it away. It'll go as an incomplete pass once again. Intended for Richardson, in and out of his hands. And my goodness, the problems on the center quarterback exchange here tonight.
Yeah, we've had a couple dribble on the ground. That one was high. I'm sure offensive coordinator Jake Dosetti is just left scratching his head. This is just, you know, destroying the sequence he'd like to run.
2nd and 10. Silva trying to get to the left side, sealed off nicely. Good job defensively by Mason Bueller. The corner able to step in, seal off the play. 4th tackle tonight for Mr. Bueller.
Yeah, Bueller, another one of those components of Muskego's excellent boys track team.
So a 5-yard pickup by Silva sets up a 3rd and 5 for Marquette at their own 15-yard line. This coming after the McQuaid interception. This time it'll be the quarterback, McDivitt, and he'll get across the 20 out to the 23-yard line. Should be enough to move the chains in a Gruber Law Office's 1st down.
Not quite sure whether that was an actual called quarterback draw or whether he spotted something.
Quarterback keeper by number 19, Max McDevitt, results in a 1st down.
There you see Matt McDivitt.
Ball's on the Marquette.
Very poised individual tonight, especially. Impressed with what he's been able to do with those bad snaps and avoid disaster. This is Daniels. Daniels met right at the line of scrimmage. Patrick Daniels swarmed under.
That's a good word, swarm. That 5 or 6 Muskego players meet at the ball carrier.
Radish and Bruin Jr. able to make the play for Muskego. 1-yard pickup, 2nd and 9. This time to throw. They'll set up the screen to Silva, and again, that closing speed by that Muskego defense. They read that play very well.
Tackled by Brian Radish.
Radish, the junior defensive end, able to sniff that out. Radish now with 4 tackles tonight for the Warriors.
Not only do they close on the play well, they feed at the Marquette blocks. You know, if you're going to run that screen pass, those linemen have got to get their hands into the chest of those defenders and push them back.
This will be 3rd and 12 now for Marquette. Ball at their own 21-yard line. Play fake to Silva. McDivitt hit as he throws. Looking for Richardson. It goes incomplete. McDivitt took a shot as he delivered that football. I think Richardson a little upset because the quarterback's arm got hit and maybe knocked that throw off. He was open.
Yeah, Richardson was wide open. Once again, as we said, the straight dropbacks, Marquette's had trouble pass protection. They maybe going to have to look at that little rollout. But that
Michael,
time,
excuse me.
I was going to say that time on the hash, it kind of took away that rollout from the.
Michael Mitchell gets this one away. Wooler signals for the fair catch. Will let it bounce. It will take a Hilltopper roll down to the 27-yard line.
Excellent punt by Mitchell.
Stay tuned. At the end of the game, we will highlight our player of the game, brought to you by the U.S. Marines. Let's head down to Mike.
Hey guys, I'm here with Pastor Chad, Hales Corners Lutheran Concordia University guy. In fact, former football player at Concordia. A lot of good stuff going on at Concordia, Pastor.
There is, because people live differently there, Mike. People live differently. They say they live uncommon.
Yeah, look at the shirt here, Living Uncommon, Concordia University. You miss playing some football?
I miss playing football, and I miss officiating football, but I still get that itch kind of filled on those fall afternoons or those fall evenings because I chaplain a football team.
And you know what? Pastor Chad came in and talked to the boys at Martin Luther, my basketball team, a number of times and did a great job winning state championship. I got to tell you, Pastor Chad had a lot to do with that, so thank you.
You're welcome. Those kids are a treasure by God, and we're taught at Concordia you value other people and you show love. And so that's one of the things I learned many years ago, and I'm excited to kind of share with the world.
Hey, thank you so much for being part of Thursday Night Lights. It's good to see you again.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Pastor Chad, boys, back to you.
Polsky on a 6-yard run sets up a 2nd and 4. Polsky, the fullback, again will get the first down before he is driven back. Forward progress to the 38-yard line. 15 carries tonight for the fullback Polsky.
Well, once again, you have to be disciplined. If you're on the outside, you can't close in on that fullback. Otherwise, that second back is going to get the ball.
Gruber Law Office's first down for the Warriors at their own 38-yard line. Polsky again, this time met in the hole and driven back. Good defensive effort that time by the Hilltopper defense. Vinny Nigro getting in there, along with Keaton Stewart. Gain of 1 sets up a 2nd and 9 as we go under a minute to play here in the 3rd quarter. Current wing to the left here. They'll fake it. They'll hand it off to Current. Met in the backfield and driven down. Penetration that time up front. It might have been Riley Nowakowski who got in there first.
He's what they call the overhang backer. He stepped up. He recognized what that play was going to be, forced him back to the inside where he had help.
Loss of 2 sets up 3rd and 11 now for Muskego. Lier lined up near side wing, Current the left side wing. Polsky the fullback, Groman under center. And time will run out here in this 3rd quarter. We head to the 4th, a great one shaping up here. You'll want to stick around for the 4th quarter tonight. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights 10th anniversary season on My 24.
Our store, Muskego 7, Marquette
10. A close one here tonight as Marquette takes a 3-point lead into the 4th quarter. It'll be Muskego ball. They're facing a 3rd and 11. With Mike McGivern and Terry Kelly, John Weiser with you from Muskego tonight. Our season opener of our 10th season of the Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights. Groman under center.
Counter, inside counter. He tripped up.
Oh, beautifully done. Marquette defense rising to the occasion here as Lier tripped up in the backfield. I believe it was Maddox Ambrosini, junior nose tackle,
4th down for Muskego, 4th and
able to make that play.
Ball is on the Warrior 37.
So sets up 4th and long. It'll be Shane Dunning into punt. Max McQuaid inside his own 25, awaiting the kick. McQuaid will let this one roll, and he'll let it get past him inside the 25. It'll roll dead at the 22-yard line. Coming up following the game tonight, stay tuned for our Champions Trophy presentation. That's brought to you by Rudig Trophy. Get a look at the Muskego sideline. 14-0 a year ago.
Last chance football fans.
A 3-point victory over Marquette in the level 4, essentially the state semifinals, if you will.
Please report to the home press box if you have the winning ticket.
So Marquette will take over at their own 22-yard line. Matt McDivitt. It's been an adventure tonight for McDivitt back there. On his second center, Gill able to get it back. McDivitt flush to his left. Tries to get to the sideline, and he will get a couple out of this before he is stacked up there.
Radish,
Ryan Radish, that's his 5th tackle tonight. able to get there first on the quarterback, McDivitt. 2nd and 7 upcoming for Marquette. Silva with some running room across the 30 out to the 31-yard line. Pickup of about 6, and Silva's slow to get up.
In on the stop for the Warriors, number 30, Jared Balfus.
Once again, Jared Balfus, the 6'2 junior defensive end, making the stop. So timeout as they take a look at Silva.
Looks like can't tell whether he got an ankle or a knee going there.
Well, My 24 welcomes Ring of Honor Wrestling to the Potawatomi Hotel and Casino Sunday, September 8th at 5. Visit ROHWrestling.com or open the ROH app for tickets. Marquette training staff taking a look at the running back. Alonzo Silva, 600 yards rushing and 7 touchdowns a season ago. You know, we open up this season with heavy hearts here in high school football as we look back and this past summer lost a great friend to football, Frank Matrice Jr. passing away, the longtime Kenosha Tremper coach and assistant coach at St. Joseph High School. 7-month battle with cancer, and lost that battle in early July, and our heartfelt prayers and sympathies out to the Matrice family, Wendy, Kyle and Katie, the twins. Kyle, a football player at St. Joseph High School. They're going to have two special games this year down in Kenosha. Tremper High School going to have an orange ribbon game in honor of Coach Matrice on September 20th. St. Joseph High School, the same thing on October 4th.
Yeah, Coach Matrice, a real driving force in the Wisconsin High School Football Coaches Association. Just a great guy.
Proud to know him as a friend. Handoff, Daniels. Carries the pile across the 40 to the 41-yard line, and a Gruber Law Office first down for Marquette. Well, he hasn't carried it much tonight, but it's been productive for Patrick Daniels, the senior running back, in place of Silva out with that injury. This time McDivitt drops the snap, and he'll be wrapped up back at the 32-yard line. Nick Mayer. Check that, Brian Gruen Jr. Second all-conference a year ago.
Brian Gruen Jr., in on 113 tackles last year, second team all-conference. He's one of the captains this year as a senior.
He got in there quickly. Again, the coverage speed of this defense for Muskego. 2nd and 18. Fake to Daniels. McDivitt wants to set up the screen. It's knocked down. Incomplete. Anthony Tomczyk. Tomczyk, the 5'10 junior, got a hand on that one as McDivitt tried to roll right, throwing a screen.
Yeah, tremendous play by Tomczyk. Excellent timing. Took away a throw. I think it would have been well short of making big yards. The coverage was very good, but Tomczyk ensured that play wasn't going to go anywhere.
So 3rd and long now, 3rd and 18. 4 receivers going out 2 by 2 here for Marquette. McDivitt going to air it out. Going to try and get it in the hands of Novotny, and it's incomplete. Jake Novotny, the intended receiver, the 6'5 senior, just could not haul that one in as McDivitt tried to air it out the far sideline.
Good coverage downfield. Time.
4th down for the Hilltoppers.
So Mitchell on to punt. Wooler deep to receive. And Mitchell gets this one away. It's a short kick. Take a sideways bounce here near the Warrior 38. Will be downed there. So Muskego with good field position here with 8:54 to play, trailing by 3. We'll start this drive on their own 38-yard line.
Coach Maz had said they were going to need 3 scores, and that would have been a time for them to try to get that 3rd score. They've given the ball back to Muskego in pretty good territory there, about the 38.
1st and 10 Warriors. Current on the right wing, Lier on the left wing. Bolski the fullback on 1st and 10. Movement up front, the left guard. Fired across the line, that's Bill Cruzen, 5'11" junior.
You know, at times when Muskego comes up to the line of scrimmage, people think they're taking an awful long time. That's because they make a number of blocking calls. They might run, you know, people say they only run 5 plays, but they'll have about 27 ways of blocking those 5 plays.
1st and 15 for Muskego. Fullback, Bolski again with a good gain. About 7 of those yards back to the 40-yard line. Guess who? Vinny Nigro in on the stop along with Curry. For Nigro, that's his 9th tackle tonight.
2nd and 8 for Muskego, ball's on their own 40.
So a gain of 7 sets up 2nd and 8, just across their own 40-yard line. Fake to Bolski, coming around is Current. Gets a block across the 45 and is run out of bounds near midfield. Getting over there for Marquette, that was Brandon On, along with Keaton Stewart.
There's an example of what we've been talking about. Fake that ball to Bolski. Current, who has not carried the ball many times tonight, that's probably only about his 4th carry. 6th carry, and about, what, 9 yards total.
And he'll pick up the 1st down on that carry. So 1st and 10, ball just across the Warrior 48-yard line. Bolski again, this time up the middle, out to the 45 of Marquette. Marquette at the 45-yard line. Ambrosini there, the nose guard, making the tackle for Marquette.
Yeah, a little over penetration that time by Marquette, and they were able to run that trap up inside.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 3 upcoming. Bolski again with some room. Bolski, 20, tackled from behind at the 15-yard line. Patrick Curry able to get there, save the touchdown for Marquette. 31-yard pickup that time by the fullback, Bolski. Ball inside the 15-yard line, 1st and 10, Muskego. Bolski again, Bolski inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Keaton Stewart made the tackle along with Curry.
That puts Bolski over the 100-yard mark for the game. Keep grinding, you know, and Muskego believes in its system. Marquette's done a good job up to this point, but they're getting a little worn down.
1st and goal, Muskego. Why not? Bolski again, breaks through 1 tackle, stops short of the goal line. Joey Pettit finally wrapped him up. Short of the goal line.
I don't know if we would have predicted Bolski would have had 20 carries coming in tonight when you talk about Alex Current and, you know, his yardage that he had piled up last year.
2nd and goal, just inside the 2-yard line. Current left wing, Lier the right wing, fullback is Bolski. He'll get the call, and he'll get the touchdown. Bolski in from 2 yards out. And Muskego retakes the lead, 13-10. Nothing fancy, you just keep going with the hot hand.
Right.
And that's all there is to it. Bolski, perhaps a candidate for player of the game tonight. We shall see. Extra point on now. Dunning. Bolski gets it down. The kick is up, and it is good. 5:46 to go here in the fourth. Muskego takes their first lead of the night, 14-10, on a 2-yard touchdown run by Bolski. We'll take a timeout. Back with more from Muskego. Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24.
Locking up front on that drive for the Warriors.
75-yard drive, 7 plays. Mr. Bolski with 67 of those yards, and Muskego reclaims the lead.
Over 130 yards rushing now in the night for Bolski. But you also have to credit that offensive line. They just kept, coming off the ball, wearing on Marquette's defense.
Let's head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey, Terry, you're exactly right. Listening to the offensive coaches here, Muskego and the offensive line really feel like they're starting to wear Marquette's front 7 down a little bit, and feel like if the defense can get a stop, they might be able to run this clock out.
Great observations by our 2 Hall of Famers here tonight, Mike McGivern and Terry Kelly. Dunning's kick will be returnable this time. Out to the 20-yard line with it is Gianpietro, and so Marquette
Dunning's kick returned by number 4.
will start this drive just across their own 20-yard line.
Tackled by number 6.
Well, defensive coordinator Ryan Lucchese has done an excellent job the past couple of years with this Muskego defense. He's got these guys swarming to the ball. I think they've got that momentum, that feel of the game shifting. We'll see if Marquette's able to come up with something to neutralize that.
Well, the problems have been with the pistol snap here. They have had trouble all night. Let's see if they can get that under control. Silva back in there will get the carry out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Pickup of about 7. Good to have Alonzo Silva back. He went out that last series with an injury. Joey Lawrence there to make the stop for Muskego. Gain of 6. Make it a gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Twin stacks to the other side, and again Silva gets the call, steps out of a tackle, first down and more. Out to the 37-yard line, 10-yard pickup for Alonzo Silva. Brought down by Mayer and Gruen Jr. Marquette now up-tempo. Silva, his 3rd straight carry, this time right into the defense. Nick Mayer. Check that, Brian Gruen Jr. The inside linebacker, captain of the team, able to make that stop. No gain, 2nd down 10. 4.5 minutes to play here in the 4th. Marquette trailing by 4.
37.
McDivitt on the roll. We'll just throw this one away, looking for Richardson, but was well covered. Triple teamed was Richardson that time.
Now that problem when you're going to roll and you're on the hash mark or near the hash, you've now restricted the field that you've got to play with, and you've made it a little bit easier on the defense. But obviously when you got a right-handed quarterback, it's pretty tough to have him roll to that left.
Here you get a look at Jake Giuseppe, the offensive coordinator, signaling in the play to Matt McDivitt. 3rd and 10 from the 38. McDivitt, incomplete, in and out of the hands of Novotny. blown up on the play by Hunter Wooler. What a defensive play there by the all-conference, first-team all-conference Hunter Wooler.
Yeah, not only is it the hit, it's the timing that he employs here. Comes through him.
Right as the ball got to Novotny, Wooler destroyed him at midfield. So 4th down, punting unit on. Mitchell to kick this one away for Marquette.
And the bad thing about that turn is now you've forced the defense to come back on the field for Marquette.
I think they're short a player here. No, they got enough out there. They were short a player. That'll be an offside penalty here, as the kick will roll out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 32-yard punt with no return, but the flag, Marquette was short a player on special teams. They tried to run one on, and at the snap.
A 5 plays, 17 yards for Marquette that last turn. That, that's not what they needed.
Legal substitution is the call, as the player was trying to come on at the snap and get the ball at the 30-yard line or re-kick. Ken Krause with that decision to make here.
Yeah, I think Krause's pleased with the field position he's got on this.
So they will decline the illegal substitution. They had only 10 on the field, and just as they snapped the ball back to Mitchell, they ran somebody onto the field. I thought the ball went out closer to the 30-yard line here, Coach.
So did I, but might need a second cataract surgery operation. So.
So they got to get the footballs, and each team responsible for their own footballs, and so you got to make sure that.
Now the officials talked to us about with this 40-second get the ball in play. You need your ball people to really be on the top of things.
Key drive here, leading by 4 with 4 minutes to play. Need to move the ball and the clock here for Muskego. Bolski breaks a tackle again across the 30, stacked up there. Maybe the 33-yard line.
Stopped by number 22, Brandon On.
Brandon On was there. Corner for Marquette.
This slow, deliberate play of Muskego plays well into their hands this point in the game.
Each team with 3 timeouts remaining. Groman's going to wait for the back judge here. 10 seconds to go on the play clock. Bolski again, big hole left side, breaks a tackle, first down. Out to the 39-yard line. Gain of 7, moves the chains. Bolski tonight, coming into this game, appeared in only 3 ball games last year, had 5 carries. And he has been the bell cow tonight for Muskego.
And that offensive line that is worn down, the Marquette front 7.
Again, Groman waiting for the back judge to start to count it down. Bolski again, this time Marquette was ready. They make the play. Alfonso Morales able to get in there, the senior defensive end for the Hilltoppers. Gain of 1, and Marquette will take the first of their 3 timeouts here, stopping the clock with 2:36 to play. You know, it's been an exciting contest here tonight. Marquette that field goal midway through the second quarter held up until Muskego and that offensive line, and particularly the fullback, Josh Bulski, got it in gear here in the second half. Bulski close to 150 yards rushing here tonight.
You know, both teams can come out of this game taking pride in some of what they've accomplished. They obviously are going to look back, and from Marquette's point of view, they did a number of things to shoot themselves in the foot. I'm sure that Muskego is going to look at some things and say, okay, our fullback, we established that, but some other things have to happen. So, you know, both teams have demonstrated where they've got strengths, but Coach Basham used to say, we will still practice this coming week. That was one of his famous quotes.
Both teams with tough ones coming up in week 2. Muskego hosting Arrowhead in their first conference matchup. Meanwhile, Marquette returns to the Greater Metro at Brookfield East next week. Second down 9 from their own 40. Again, they'll try that fullback, Bulski, and he is stacked up. Marquette will take their second timeout. Nigro and Morales both in on that stop. Nigro now with 10 tackles tonight. Outstanding player for Marquette's defense tonight. He has been the workhorse tonight.
25 carries for Josh Bulski, a junior.
Well, it comes down to this. If Marquette can stop Muskego here, they'll take their final timeout. They will have some time in which to work. But it all hinges on this 3rd and 8 play. Marquette with 1 timeout remaining. As I mentioned, a tough start for both teams. First 2 weeks in, Marquette at Brookfield East next week. Meanwhile, Muskego will host Arrowhead, then travel to Waukesha West, and then return home September 13th against Waukesha North.
Yeah, Brook East has an excellent team. You know, the Greater Metro has some real strong teams. Brookfield East, Brookfield Central, Sussex Hamilton, much improved Germantown, Falls teams.
3rd and 8 from the 42. They're coming around the near side. Current, Lier will get the first down. Ryan Lier coming around the right side. He was lined up as the right wing. They faked the handoff to Bulski, and he picks up a crucial first down for Muskego with 2:10 remaining.
See it on the replay, excellent fake.
Lier.
He was almost gone,
Yep.
He got tripped up.
Just at the last second, Nick getting there was Brandon Ann to make the stop. Well, Marquette can only stop it one more time. Groman. Give it to Bulski. Bulski again inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. Keaton Stewart there to make the stop. And I believe Marquette will take their final timeout.
That's Keaton Stewart's 8th tackle. He is also, you know, the Marquette defense overall has played a very strong game. And, you know, they had a brand new defensive line up front. We know that their linebacking core is very strong. They're missing one of their captains and inside linebackers, John O'Brien. But they've also had a couple of the younger defensive backs step up. Brandon Ons played well. Max McQuaid, Keaton Stewart, Patrick Corey have done a yeoman's work as well. So, you know, Marquette has some things they can hang their hat on. Now what happens? You know, what do you do this next week? They always talk about that movement from your first week to your second week. What kind of season is it going to be?
You can't help but think early in this game, those bad snaps going back to McDivitt. I mean, on plays that just broke the timing down, particularly on a couple of routes where both Novotny and Richardson had some chances to make catches had the play been on time. Second down and 2. Met in the backfield and driven down. Joey Pettit there to make the stop on Bulski. Again, Marquette helpless here, cannot stop the clock.
Nigro is, well,
Vinny now, Vinny Nigro, I should say, along with Joey Pettit. Nigro with 11 tackles tonight. Third down here. Again, Marquette cannot stop the clock. Lier on the right wing, Current on the left wing, Bolsky the fullback. They'll get the call again and then some. Bolsky will pick up the first down, and that's your ball game right there. Well, a player who only appeared in 3 ball games last year carried the ball just 5 times. No doubt the player of the game here tonight.
He's going to kneel down.
The victory formation here for Ken Krause. So they win the rematch here of that level 4 playoff game that Muskego took by 3 last year. They'll take the season opener by 4 here tonight. Your final, Muskego, a 14-10 victory over the Marquette Hilltoppers. Both teams head into conference play next week. Marquette will take on Brookfield East at East High School, while the Classic 8 opener for the Warriors will be right here at Inpro Field next Friday night as they will host Arrowhead. Again, your final tonight, Muskego 14, Marquette 10. We'll pause and take a break. Back with our post game, our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. An exciting one here tonight in Muskego, a rematch of that level 4 playoff game nearly 9 months ago to the day, and it goes Muskego's way once again, 14-10 your final.
Yeah, Marquette defensively, put up a great fight. They got wore down a little bit towards the end. Muskego, you got to give them credit. They were frustrated early on, but they found a little, rhythm and a little bit of go, go, go with Bolsky in that offensive line, and that's what carried it for him.
Speaking of which, let's head downstairs to Mike McGivern, and I think our player of the game should be Bolsky. Let's see.
I think we got that nailed.
Hey guys, U.S. Marines player of the game, junior running back, Joshua Bolsky. Congratulations, what a great way for you boys to start the season. Look, I didn't even tee you up. I know you want to say thanks to that offensive line, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how good were they tonight?
Oh, they were fantastic.
Boy, they wore them down a little bit, and I'll tell you what, down the stretch, you made some great runs. Feel pretty good about this group, huh?
Oh, yeah. I put all my trust in this line. I believe in them.
Yeah, as you should. U.S. Marine, hey, these are the kind of guys that make good Marines right here, player of the game.
Hey, absolutely. Student athletes comes number 1, so student first, then the athlete, and you proved that tonight, so good job, brother.
Hey, real quick, the guy to his right, defensively, he's the man. He came over and said to the Marine, hey, I think I beat you in basketball at the Y or something, didn't I? And he said, no, I don't think so, young man, maybe next time. So, Joshua, congratulations, U.S. Marine, player of the game. Boys, back to you.
Bolsky tonight, 28 carries, 163 yards. The key touchdown, the 2-yard touchdown run midway through this fourth quarter that gave the Warriors their only lead that they needed here tonight, winning 14-10.
And a couple of occasions when he didn't carry the ball, his excellent fakes set up the wingback coming back on that little counter.
So congratulations to Bolsky, player of the game presentation brought to us by the U.S. Marines. Once again, we're going to head downstairs. Time to head to the sideline for a Champions Trophy presentation brought to you by Rudig Trophies. When you think trophies, think Rudig Trophies. Here's Mike.
Hey, Coach, congratulations. Heck of a game. That offensive line really did wear down, I think, that defense for Marquette, and well done on that. I want to talk about your defense. Boy, did they play well. To hold a good Marquette team to 10 points, kid next to me on the right made some unbelievable plays. Feel awfully good about that defensive side.
Yeah, it starts with Coach Lucchese. He's our defensive coordinator. He's a super hard worker. The kids rally around him, and defense wins championships. Our defense played outstanding tonight. We knew coming into the game it was going to be that type of game, and our defense stepped up.
Well, I'll tell you, he's a quarterback a little bit on defense. Congratulations. I'm gonna hand this to you. Well done. So you guys haven't lost a long time, man. You feel pretty good about this group. And before the game, I talked about you guys are now the hunted. You know what it is to be a hunter. You know, they come after you. But as the hunted, everybody looks at the schedule and says, when do we play Muskego? As one of the leaders on this team, you feel pretty good about how these guys are going to respond all year?
For sure, always, definitely. I mean, we talk about all year. Coach Lucchese tells it to us every game. Or we're the team hunting.
Yes.
We're not the hunted. We're hunting every team that's out there. So we're gonna make plays and we're gonna make it happen.
Hey, you know what, guys? This atmosphere, we've done this 10 years. This is our 10th year. This was as good of an atmosphere that we've had, I think, in 10 years. So this community's behind you guys. The school's behind you. You got to feel really good about this whole deal, Coach.
Yeah, we have probably the best football community in the state of Wisconsin. As you saw tonight, just the turnout of fans we have and the support we have. Who needs to go to a Green Bay Packer game if you live in Muskego? This is the place to be on Friday nights in Wisconsin.
Man, I think he's right there. Boys, good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, nice job. Fellas, congratulations getting that trophy. Good luck the rest of the way.
Muskego a winner here tonight, sending a full house home of happy humans here tonight, 14-10. Your final, Muskego on top of Marquette. We'll take a break, back to wrap things up from Muskego right after this. Muskego a winner here tonight, 14-10. Josh Bulski, the player of a game tonight, 163 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. A player last year that only touched the ball 5 times as a sophomore.
Right. Maybe he's going to say, Coach, you missed the boat last year, but they certainly had some outstanding players last year. But as he said, the offensive line deserves tremendous credit for what they were able to do.
Another weapon on that offensive line, and the closing speed of the defense led by Wohler tonight.
Right. Marquette doesn't have quite the team speed to match up with that defense, so they couldn't afford to have some of those early mistakes that really kind of cost them.
Well, next week we head into the Greater Metro Conference, our first ever visit to Wauwatosa West High School. The Trojans will host the Germantown Warhawks next Thursday night. We'll be with you at 7 o'clock here on My 24. Again, a reminder, our games will be rebroadcast on Friday nights at 7 right here on My 24. Big thank you to our My 24 crew here tonight. Dan Plucker, our stats man, Sean Raffaelli working on the spotter. For Mike McGivern and Terry Kelly, John Weiser bidding you a very good evening tonight from Inpro Field in Muskego. The Warriors, defending Division I champions, pick up the first win of the season. They knock off Marquette by a final of 14-10. Until next week from Tosa, have a great evening, everyone.
Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights, presented by My 24.